There's another component to it, however, and that is being someone who promotes Vermont. Um, I am really fired up about Vermont. I am a very positive individual when I talk about Vermont. I hear a lot of candidates who say this is terrible and there's people moving out and we're just every possible drawback you can think of becomes part of their vernacular. I'm not going there. I am a firm believer in the people of the state. I love the state's history. I live and breathe the state's constitution. And if I can sell those things at either a local, a state, a national, or world audience, I will be out there trying to beat that band. Pat's somewhat familiar with something that I did that I'm very proud of. And it sounds kind of small when you think about it, but if you understood the work that went into it, it's a classic example of the kind of thing that I would want to be doing in this role. And I'm talking about, of course, a simple green and gold roadside historical marker that marks the Cedar Creek battlefield in Middletown, Virginia. You don't put a Vermont monument in another state without a heck of a lot of work to make that happen. And especially if it's talking about Vermont troops in the Civil War and you're planting it on soil that was once part of the Confederacy. There's a lot of diplomacy that goes on there. So my work in getting that monument installed is one of my proudest achievements. And it sounds by itself like small potatoes because most Vermonters will never see it. But every Vermonter going down the western side of the state of Virginia is making a point to stop there and send me a picture of them standing below the sign just to prove that yet there's no bullet holes in it. So I'm really happy that we've managed to accomplish that. But that's a salesmanship technique. And being somebody who can promote Vermont in that way is something I feel I would be really good at. I don't want to run against anybody else in this campaign, whether it's in the primary or it's in the general election. I want to run for Joe Benning as somebody who is willing to promote the state. And that comes not just with historical situations, you're talking about an economy.